Hello guys, today I want us to show you how to apply a community college known as Sinclair Community College. This community college is found in Dayton at a state of Ohio in the US. So if you are an international students, I want to show you on how to apply it. So after going to Google and you have written the name Sinclair Community College, then you click this link, Sinclair Community College. So this procedure I'm showing you is for international students. After opening this, I want us to go to academics. We want to see the programs they're offering. So I will click academics. Then you can see they've arranged the academic programs from all in alphabet from A to Z, and then you can see them here. These are the programs, but you can see they're offering the associate degrees, the certificates, and they're offering online programs. So if you wanna do the course online, you can click these programs and check the programs they are offering online. Then if you want to see the associate degree that you want to do or certificate course, you can click here. All these are the programs. They have many programs, so that's the first step that you can do because you need to go through and know the course that you want to pursue. So the second part is going to admissions. So click admissions. After clicking admission, I want to show you as an international student where do you go. So you just scroll down. You can see they're saying new student, college credit plus student, all that. But as we are international students, you scroll up to where it is written international student. You're interested in studying the US on an F1 visa or transferring to St. Clair on an F1 visa. So that's where you go. Then you click here, international student. So next step is going through the steps, all the documents required. After clicking there, you can see the application is done online and there is no application fee. So before we could start our application, here is the link for the application. The first thing that we need to know, we are abroad. So as we are applying from abroad, so let's go and check the steps for international students. Let's click this part, applying from abroad steps. The first steps. Before we could go to the first step, they have given the deadline. The deadline of applying this school during spring 2024, which starts January. The deadline always is November. For summer 2024, which starts May, the deadline is March. For fall 2024, which starts August, the deadline is June. So the first step they're saying application for admission. You have to complete an online application by clicking this link, and you start the application by creating an account to get a student portal. The second thing, you need to have official transcripts. They will need your high school transcripts. You need to send them. The third process is English proficiency. But for the English proficiency, if you have all these 12, you need to have a minimum of IBT 61, CBT 173, RPBT 500. IELTS, a minimum of 5, Duolingo, a minimum of 80, ELS Center, if you have completed level 109, all that. But if you don't have an English test, you don't worry, because they will accept you, but during your first classes, you need to do an English class. They will accept you, so don't be worried about the English test if you don't have these results. This step 4, you need to have a passport. That's that's a travel passport, not a passport. You need to scan the biodata of your passport because they will need you to send them. And this fifth step is financial documentation. Before they could issue you Form I-20, you need to have a bank statement with a minimum of $17,500. This caters for tuition fee, your living expenses, books, everything for 1 year, one academic year. And all information needed in your bank statement contains all these. Be current, no older than 6 months, be on bank letterhead, include the account holder's name, indicate the type of account, indicate the currency of the funds, be signed by official of the bank, be written in English. Another one, if you have a spouse and kids, they call them dependents. If you want them to accompany you later or go with them, they are saying that you need to have additional bank statement of 5,000 for each. If you have one kid and your wife or your husband, so you need like 10,000, addition of $10,000 bank statement. You can give out a different bank statement. Bank statement is you don't need to give the same bank statement as the one you have given out that you use for study, because these are your dependents. The other one you will use it for paying fee and either of your expenses. So you can give two bank statements. It's allowed to give out two bank statements, so long as they have the amount of money that's being required. Another thing is that when giving out the bank statement for the the minimum money specified here, you don't need to give the exact amount of money. You need to have extra of it because they have not included your air ticket. So when going to US Embassy, where you're doing your interview, your consular needs to see more amount of money, not the exact amount of money that you've been given by the school. Okay, after all this, before we could continue on how to make the application, I want to show you the scholarships. If you want to see the scholarships for the international students, you'll come here where it's a written new students and click this down drop, then you go direct to scholarship opportunities. So before that, they have given you even the successful visa interview tips. So please ensure that you read all this information given here before you could proceed to any part. So let's go direct to the scholarship opportunities before we could make our application. Here you could see they have several scholarships here. The first one is New International Student Scholarship, whereby those who will receive these scholarships are awarded $500 towards the tuition for the 2 semesters. And you need to have eligibility, you need to have a GPA of 2.0 or higher. And another scholarship is ESL scholarship. If you will succeed on this one, you will receive a scholarship of 600 each semester. So if you join fall semester, you will receive 600. The next semester you're entering, you're going to receive again 600 until you finish your school. And the eligibility is also 2.0 GPA or higher. And another scholarship is Sinclair Institute Scholarship. They have given here the link where you will click and go and read more information about the scholarship. Another one is CCID International Student Scholarship. This one, they need you to give the English test. You can see, accept the international ESOL test for English language. So that's a requirement before giving this scholarship. And if you get this, they award you this scholarship, you are going to be they award you 1,000 scholarship. Again, for more information, you can go to International Student Scholarship. Here is the link. They have also external scholarship. You can visit this link for international students so that you can apply. So let's go back and do the application. So if you want to apply in this school, just go to where it's written apply. Click there. Then the first thing is just creating an account, because here they're saying login. We don't have an account. So the first process for any college, for any university you're applying as an international student, ensure that you create an account. So go direct to create your account now. That's the first process. Then you fill all this information that they need and ensure that you give your Lego full names. The ones with the stars, you need to give information. For example, I can give the first name is Egla, the last one, I'll not write all the information, let me just write. The second name is, let's go the third one. I have to give email. I just give this one. This part they need a password. You need to create a password. So let me create mine. You need to create a very strong password. And then next, you need to repeat the password that you have set, which you need to create very strong password. If you won't create that one, they will not allow you to go to the next. Then you need to click here to show that you're not a robot. Then click register. That's the first process, creating an account. So you need to give out a very correct email, because they will send you an activation link which you need to click to confirm. So I'll go to my email. Let me refresh it and check the link that they have sent me. I click it before I continue to the next. Here it is. Then I click there. They will send me a link that I need to click before I could proceed to registering. You can see, a dear applicant, thank you for creating your application account at Sinclair College. So to verify my email, I will click that link. Then I will need to log in. So they need you to log into your account. Previous we set a password. So I will just write my email, then I write the password that I set. Then I log in. From there, it will take me either saying welcome. Then we are new to this portal, so we have not made an application. So we will click start new application. But if you had started an application and you went, then you log in again, you have to click continue an existing application. You don't need to start again. But if you have submitted your application and you want to review, you can click here to review it. So for us, it's about starting the application. So I need to click start application. Here they need the application information. So they need here my middle name, but it's not a must because it does not have a star. Ensure that you give out all the information that has a star. For example, here citizenship status, it has a star. So I have to give out this one. For us, we are applying as F1 international student. So I click there. You need to click save and continue, so that your information will be saved before proceeding to the next step. Then the next step, you see, the ones with stars, this red star, ensure that you give out the information, because it will not allow you to proceed to the next without giving information. So the second one is saying please choose an applicant type. Of course, we are international, so we save and continue to the next part. The next part, they're saying You can see the program information. Again, there is a star in this part and this one. It's still loading, but here they are asking, when do you plan to start classes at Sinclair? We said we have 3 intakes. The first one is spring, another one is summer, another one is fall. So you need to know when are you ready to start and classes. But as we are international students, you don't need to give, for example, spring is January. We can't say we will start January. We will not have enough time to make our US embassy interview. So you need more time. For us, you can either enter summer or fall, because you will have more time after being accepted and receiving all the documents required to apply for interview in your home country. So for me, I would just enter fall 2024. What is your planned program? That's why I took you through the academics, so that you will see which program do you want to study. So all the programs are listed here, but for me, I will go direct and search. So I will say nursing. If I want to do nursing, I'll say nursing. Here it is. Then I click. Yeah, there. So you need to know which program are you ready to study. Then I will click save and continue. We'll go to the next information. You can see here they have all the information that you need to fill: the additional information, address information, education information, sponsor information, applicant information. So you need to fill all those information before you could proceed to the next step. Our next step, they're saying, how did you hear about Sinclair College? For this one, you can say maybe it's internet search, but it's not there. All you got, it's about Study USA or other. No problem. You can fill in. Here they need you to ensure that you give your date of birth, the accurate one. Maybe for me, I will not give the exact one, and I need to guess. Maybe I will say, here's the, here, yes, I go here. Maybe I want to say January. I need to give out the exact year. No, for year you need to go year back until the year you were born. Maybe let me say 1998, January. Then which date? Let me say 7. That's not the exact one for me. I'm just showing you how to make it. Do you consider this one gender? It has asked. Next, do you consider yourself to be Hispanic stroke Latino? But this one is not, you don't need to give out, but you can just give answers. Here, please select one or more races. You can give Black or African. Country of birth, you can say Kenya. You come from Kenya. City of birth, you can say if it's Nairobi, you give out Nairobi, the city of birth. Then the country of citizenship, it's Kenya. For those who come from Kenya, it's Kenya. Then mobile phone number, it does not have a star, so you don't need to fill anything. I would like to receive messages. If you want to receive messages in your phone number, but not a must, you can say do not allow, because you have not given the phone number. So do not allow. If you give your phone number, if you need to receive messages, you can allow. It's for your choice. US phone numbers no star, this one has 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 a star. Is English your first language? You can say yes. Do you have dependents traveling to US? If you have a spouse or a kid, you will have to indicate if you have. So if you say yes, they will need you to list all your dependents, your spouse and your kids. Let me show you the information that you will give out. They will need you to give the relationship type. If it's your spouse, your kid, you will click. If it's your spouse, you can say it's your spouse here. First name, last name, email is not a must, date of birth, country of birth, and the city of birth. Then you submit. So for me, I want to say I don't have a dependent. So yeah, where you will list all your dependents. For me, I will say no. Then I proceed. Emergency contact information. So here you need to give either your father, your mother, your brother, or your sister information, one of them. Emergency contact name, for example, I will give my sister's name. Country, it's not a must, but you can give out because it does not have a star. Address is not a must. Date is not a must. For number, it's a must. So I will give out. I not give the correct one. I'm just guessing it's not the correct one. So like that. Then the email. I have to give out the email. For example, let me give this one. We proceed, save and continue. No. This city you can give out, postal code you can give out if you have, but it's not a must because it does not have a star, and you need to give out the email. So we proceed to the next step. The next step is about the address information. Do you currently reside in a US? No, we're not in US, so you say no. Permanent home address, non-US address. So they need all of this information, the permanent home address. So you can give either your school address. If you don't have the permanent home address, you can give your school, the nearby school in your home, or the nearby church in your home. Say the country is Kenya. The city, you need to give out the city. For me, I come from this city. The street address. So the street address is the postal address. For example, for me, I will give the from a nearby church in my home. Then the postal code. So you need to know the postal code of your county or your home. Then you save and continue. Go to the next. Now it's about the education information. Are you a student at a university, language school, college, or high school in the US? No, because we are not in US. We save and continue. Next, it's about sponsor information. Please select the source and type of your sponsorship. Are you going to self-sponsor, family or friends, scholarship or government sponsor or the other? Here, you're going to give out the bank statement of either of your family or your relative or your friend. So you will click family or friend sponsor. But if you're going to sponsor yourself, you have enough money, you can click self-sponsor. But I prefer you give out the family sponsor. We had read this earlier, the minimum of the bank amount that you need in your bank statement, and they have indicated all this information here. You see, so here they need the bank statement that you're going to give out. You need to say the relationship of that person to you. Is it your family member? If it's your guardian, if it's your parent, you can say, oh, let me just say it's a parent. Then you need to give the first name of your parent. I'm just giving, this is not the exact name, but I'm just showing you an example. Say, we go to next. You need to give the address. For me, just give that one for the home. City. This information is from your sponsor, the one who is giving you the bank statement. So ensure that you give the correct information. Postal code, the country, obviously is Kenya. Next, email of your sponsor. So I don't know which email I'm going to give, but I'll just write this one. This is not the correct email, but it's just a sample phone number. You want to give the phone number of that person. Amount of financial support provided. So here in that bank statement that you have, ensure that you convert the total amount, because our currency is Kenyan shillings. Ensure that you convert the exact amount in Kenyan shillings to dollars. So you need to know currently 1 shilling has how many, $1 how many Kenyan shillings, for you to convert that amount. For example, since they need a bank statement of 17,500, for me just write that in the bank statement it has maybe $25,000. That's after checking the amount that you have in the bank statement of your sponsor. Here the sponsor need type your name and date in boxes below. So here I satisfy this portion to be completed by sponsor only. Here they need the name of the sponsor and the date. So you will indicate the name, the full names of the sponsor appears above, and here you will have to indicate the date that you're submitting this. So let's indicate, for example, today is 28. I'll just indicate that. Then you submit. For me, I don't want to submit because it's not the correct information. After that, after completing all the information, now the next process is application submission. So for me, I don't want to submit, but I think you have seen all the process required. Then you submit your application. Before, let me tell you, this community college, if they accept you, you will receive an email you will receive a message in your email that shows that they have accepted you in their community college. But they will need you to send all the documents that we said earlier: transcripts, English test if you have, bank statement for yours and for your dependents if they are accompanying you. But before they could issue you a form I-20, they will ask you to pay $300 as an enrollment fee. So don't be surprised